We're on Daf Tzadi Zayin Amid Beis. And here we had a bunch of misholim. And on the third of the white lines, we have a sixth mashal. We hardly covered the first five. We really need hours for this. But just to finish this up, Ana vi'at, a woman looks and addresses her brother and she says, you and I, achi, we are brothers. And Ana v'avuch achi, I and your father are brothers. Ana v'imach achi, I and your mother are brothers, brother and sister. No, I'm sorry. I and your mother are sisters. Mishkachas, in what case could you have such a weird combination? So this guy had a relationship with his mother. And two girls were born. And they are sisters from the same mother. And that same guy now had a relationship with one of his two daughters. Not bad enough they had a relationship with his mother. Behold me men ben. The karyale achate de ime, and he calls them the sister of my mother. V'ka amrale hachi. This is called achos imo shel ben ze omeres lo ken. We're both brothers because they come from the same father. She's also the sister of his father because they both come from the same mother. She's also the sister of his father and the sister of his mother, and they come from the same father. Next, number 7. It's the last of the Mishalem. Anovat b'nei achei. We are the sons of two brothers. Anov avuch b'nei achei. And I and your father are also the sons of brothers. Anov v'imach b'nei achei. I and your mother are the sons of brothers. And the Gemara explains how this is possible. We no longer have to quote a guy. It could be even a Jew. Kigon Ruvain sheyesh lo shtei banos. Ruvain has two daughters. We'll call them Rachel and Leah. V'asa Shimon, and his brother Shimon comes v'nosiv chad binai when he marries Leah, who is the daughter of his brother. V'asa bar Levi, the son of Levi, whose name, for argument's sake, is Yaakov. Levi is the brother of Ruvain. Yaakov is the son of the brother of Ruvain. Unesav chad binai. And he marries Rachel, the other daughter of Reuven. So she becomes Bas Dodo. And he addresses his son, Lebar Brei de Levi Hachi. This is what Yitzchak, the son of Shimon, says. He's the Ben Abbas of Leah. He's the Ben Beno Shel Levi, who's Ben Abbas Hashnia Rachel. Ani v'ata b'nei shtei achios, shtei benosav shel Ruven, v'gam ani ve'avicha beno shel Levi, b'nei shnei achim. Shani beno shel Shimon, ve'avicha beno shel Levi, and at the same time, ani v'imcha b'nei shnei achim, because I am the son of Shimon, and your mother is the daughter of Reuven. So we have it in a diagram form here. Hagiyores, the Mishnah says, is Gairu Bonea Ima, which means that she had children when she was a Goya, and they, together with her, converted. And after they converted, they got married, and one of them died without any children. Lo choltzin v'lo miyab. The brother is not choletz or miyabim, eishes hames, because of the principle of ger kikot and shenoladon. V'afilu haraaso shel harichon shelo b'kedusha v'leidaso b'kedusha. Vasheni orasa v'leidosa b'kedusha. Even if the birth took place after the gerus, which is called leidosa b'kedusha, but in one case, she was pregnant when she converted, and that's called shelo b'kedusha, haraso shelo b'kedusha. And in the other case, she converted and then she became pregnant, so that's called harasa b'kedusha. And of course, leidasa b'kedusha, once she converted, then at the time of the leida, it's b'kedusha. And in any event, this is not the brother, the ach, for chovas yibum, because chovas yibum depends upon achim in ha'ah. And a ger shahorasa haisa shalo b'kedusha. In other words, he was conceived before she converted. She was a goya. He's not considered the benot shalav, and therefore they're not achim the other. V'chein shivcha shenishtacharu b'nei ima. The same din applies in a case of a shivcha b'nei, because they are also ger. And the Gemara says the following: B'nei Yudin, the children of Yudin, Amsa, the shivcha whose name just 1 second. Again, B'nei Yudin Amsa, the sons of Yudin Amsa. So Yudin is the name of a woman. She's a shivcha. And her sons is Shtachru. I would say she and her sons were given a get shichur. Sharale Rav Acha Bar Yaakov leminsav neshei adad. Rav Acha permitted the two brothers to each marry their sister-in-law, the wife of their brother, because these brothers are not considered krovin. Because Gershon is Gaia could cut and Shenoladon. Amalei Rava says to Rav Achabar Yaakov Harav Sheshes Asar. In this very case, in this very scenario, Rav Sheshes prohibited the brother from marrying his wife, his brother's wife. Amalei Hu Asar Vanash Shreiner. He's entitled to his opinion, and Rav Sheshes wants to be machmir. That's okay. But I'm matir. I allow him to marry the wife of his brother. And now the Gemara clears the various cases where there's no machlokas to get to the case where there is machlokas. If these gerim were brothers from the same father and not the same mother, everybody agrees that each one of them is allowed to marry his brother's wife because they're not considered brothers. Because there's no yichus of a guy to his father. I mean, of a ger. So since they're not from the same father, because the Ovedes Kocham is a zona, they're not brothers. Next. If they both share the same mother, then everybody agrees, whether it's Rav Sheshes or Rava, or Rav Acha, excuse me, everybody agrees that it's Asur. Why? Because when people will see that this brother is marrying the wife of his brother, they will come to the wrong conclusion that these are two Achim Gmurim, they're full-fledged brothers, and they're allowed to marry the wife of their brother. So they'll come to be matir, even Yisrael, to marry Eshes Ah. Ki pligi, what is therefore the machlokas between Rav Ach and Rav Yak and Rav Sheshes? That's a case of Achim min ha'av u'min ha'em. Man, this Shari going to Rav Acha Bar Yaakov, who was matir, marrying his former sister-in-law. Lo Gazur, here there's no Gzera, and we don't have to worry about the spectators that they'll come to be matir and Eishes Ach even be Yisrael. Why? Because Basar Abba Shadinon. People on the street, they call them brothers because they share the same father. That's how it's known. They don't speak about the fact that they share the same mother. Da B'nai Planya Karule. That means B'derech Klal. V'fia Brios Hem Kruyim B'nai Ploni Al Shem Avia. That's called Basar Abba Shadina. Nobody knows that they come from the same mother. They know they come from the same father. And we're not going to be choshesh that they'll take this heter of Eishes Ach and apply to Yisrael, because they know that they're not really from the same father, even though they both have the same last name, but they know they don't come from the same father because Tamavet is Kocham Zona. Rav Sheshes is Machmir. And what's the reason why he prohibits them marry their brother's wife? Korile Nami B'nai Plonis, that on the street, people call them, although they use the last name, it comes from the father, but they also know them as if they came from the same mother. And we have to be choshesh, they'll come to be matir, even Yisrael, Eishes Ach.